Yo, peace was good. Welcome to part two of my DVD update. Let's get this show started, alright? Um, I left off yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Thanks for all the comments. Let's continue the show. Next one I want to show is Maniac 2. This is the Blu-ray DVD release. I'm gonna give a shout out to my dude, Chain Terminator Gang. He sent me this and a couple other movies I'll show later on into the video. But he sent me this. Fucking love you, man. Thank you, man. It's such a dope Christmas gift, you know, because I was actually looking to get this on eBay, but you beat me to it, so that you kind of surprised me with this. But fucking love it. Everybody should know about Maniac Cop. You know, Matt Cordell went to jail. He was roughly accused of a crime that he didn't do, and you know he got sent to jail. He got scarred up and all that shit, and then like gains revenge for people that sent him to jail. And that's from the first one, which I do have, but I have it on DVD. I'm trying to get that on Blu-ray as well. But this is part two. This is a sequel to part two. This one's actually pretty good. A lot of people say this is their favorite one. This is like the best one. I don't know. I like all three, you know, because there's three of them. But I don't know, man. Part one for some reason has like that really mysterious thriller feel to it. You know what I mean? Like kind of like a whodunit type of thing. You know, whereas like in the first one, like you didn't really see his face until like later on, and then, like we see his face, it's like he looks fucked up. And in this one, he's like more of a zombie in a sense. But yeah, this one is actually pretty good. It definitely has like some unintentional funny parts into it, some humor, but it works with the movie. Cause you know certain horror movies they try to bring that, but it doesn't work. But that's not the case with this film. But yeah, definitely dope. Maniac Cop 2, released in 1990. Then you got the third one, Maniac Cop 3, released in 1992. Another dope another release by Blue Underground. Shout out to Blue Underground. Fucking love Blue Underground. Love the movement I love the Blue Underground movement where, you know, they trying to release like all the B movies that's been out of print for years and just like restoring them. And yeah, Maniac Cop 3, Badge of Silence. It's funny because when these movies came out, like Maniac Cop, the series came out, a lot of cops were bitching about, you know, how like it like their like these movies were kind of like tarnishing their reputation as cops, like, you know, saying like, oh, it's bringing a bad name to cops. I'm like, yo, it's not that serious. It's a fucking movie. You know, there's movies out right now that's fucking offensive, but you don't see people talking shit about that. I mean, that's pretty light. I mean, I can understand where they're coming from, but it's a fucking movie. It's not that serious. But yeah, Maniac Cop 3 is a continue. It leaves off from the second one. This one is not as good, but it's not bad either. But I do like it though. Yeah, Maniac Cop. I feel like the Maniac Cop series is kind of a series that doesn't really get talked about a lot. It's kind of slept on in my opinion. I like it a lot. I actually want to see Psycho Cop, which from what I understand is supposed to be similar to Maniac Cop, but those series are actually out of print. I'm just trying to get my hands on that, but shit out of luck because that shit's out of print. But yeah, Maniac Cop 3, Badge of Silence, released in 1982. Then you got Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, released in 1982. This is the Shout Factory version that came out, I want to say, I think last year, or was it 2013 or 2012 that it came out? Whatever. But yeah, this came out, I think it was 2012 if I'm mistaken, but finally a Blu-ray of this shit. I haven't seen it yet. I did see the movie before. Obviously, I had the movie. I used to have the movie, but I traded it in, and I got this off eBay. So yeah, man, I'm just glad I have this version, and I do have. I'll show you guys something cool. Give me 1 second. And I got the soundtrack on vinyl, so you know that tells you I'm a fan of this movie. You know, but yeah, man. The score in this movie is fucking dope. One of John Carpenter's illest scores, in my opinion. A lot of people give shit to this movie because, you know, how, Michael Myers was not in the film, and I'm like, yo, you know, how Michael Myers got burned in the hospital in part 2, but obviously, you know, he was still alive in part 4. But you know, that's near here to say. But whatever. But yeah, I say if people just take away the fact that Michael Myers is not in the film, take away the Halloween, and just put Season of the Witch. If they just take that title out of their heads, I think they would enjoy the movie a lot better. Because it's a dope concept. Like, you have a warlock who has like killer mask, pretty much. Like, you know, the you put it, children put it on. You know, they fucking die for that shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is dope, man. This is a dope movie. Dope original concept, very shocking for its time. Yeah, I love this movie, man. I don't care what nobody says. This is one of my favorites. Sue me. Next movie, Deliverance, released in 1972. I heard great things about this movie. I got this at a pawn shop, about like 20 minutes away from my house, 25 minutes. Just, I don't know, sometimes I like to go pawn shops and see what movies they have, and I just end up picking it up. But yeah, Deliverance, I heard great things about this movie. I haven't seen it. I don't really know what it's about, but yeah, I heard great things. So I was like, you know what, let me go cop it, you know. So Deliverance by John Voight and Burt Reynolds, released in 1972. Dope, great actors. Alright, then we got The Omega Man, released in 1971. If you guys are familiar with I Am Legend with Will Smith, then you guys should be familiar with this. I Am Legend is the remake of this movie, and this movie is the remake of the movie called The Last Man on Earth, which came out in 1964, which I didn't see yet. I don't know how that one is. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. I have to check that out. But I have this on DVD, but I was like, you know what? I seen this on Blu-ray. I seen this at the pawn shop where I got Deliverance. I was like, yo, let me scoop this up. So yeah, if you guys know about this, if you don't know about it, it's about a guy, you know, who's like, I think he was like some type of corporal, like major corporal, like an army or whatever. And you know, he's pretty much the last man on the earth, like, you know. And then you got like these mutants that's, you know, trying to take over the earth and shit, like. And the Charlton Heston's character, he seemed like it, like to the mutants, they see him as evil, you know what I'm saying? Like they're the normal ones, he's the abnormal one, you know what I mean? Just like him being from the real world, bringing like destruction to the earth and shit. So yeah, it's pretty decent, man. It's a classic. It has somewhat of a cult following, very controversial, only because of the interracial kiss with him and the co-star, forgot her name, Rosalind Cash. But I don't see the big deal. I mean, but you have to understand, this is back in 1970s, in the 70s. So, you know, but me personally, if you love somebody, no matter what color it is, whatever the color is, it shouldn't matter about the color. You know, as long as that person loves you for you, that's all. You know, that's what matters. But yeah, The Omega Man, released in 1971. Pick it up. Then we got Lethal Weapon, the first one, another DVD that Jane Terminator Gang sent me. He sent me all 4, so definitely be showing you guys this. Yeah, this is the first one. Classic movie, dope, you know, cop, you know, kind of like a Tango Cash type of deal. Yeah, this is a classic, you know. Danny Glover and Mel Gibson, their chemistry together, I mean, is no other, you know what I mean? I just wish they would make another movie together, but you know, Danny Glover, he's busy doing other things. Mel Gibson, he's in isolation somewhere, you know, especially with the whole racist comment that he did, but whatever. Yeah, dope movie. This one and the second one is actually my favorite ones out of the whole series. But yeah, pretty dope, classic. Released in 1987, by the way. And then we got part 2, the second one, released in 1989. This version, I mean, this is when like the South Americans took over, you know, bringing in like drugs and money and shit like that, and they trying to like get rid of them and whatever. But yeah, this one's actually pretty good, man. I like this one a lot, pretty dope. Then you got part 3, with Joe Pesci. This one was okay. It wasn't the best. It's kind of underrated in a sense, but I don't know. I thought it could have been a little bit better. It wasn't my favorite, but it is what it is. Joe Pesci, I mean, you can't go wrong with him. Then we got part 4. with Jet Li, Joe Pesci. This one I didn't really care for too much. When I first seen it back in the day, I did like it, but then I don't know. Then afterwards, like in retrospect, just watching it, it was just kind of cheesy in a sense, you know. It just didn't really hit me like that. Yeah, I mean, I was hyped because of Jet Li, you know, because back then, like, I was big on martial art movies and stuff like that, and anything Jet Li is golden to me, at least back in the day. But this one I didn't really care for too much. I thought it was kind of whatever. But yeah, Lethal Weapon Part 4, released in 1998. Let me see how much time I got left. Alright, we still, oh shit. Yeah, we still got time. Okay. Then we got Rambo, the collector's edition, the complete collector's set. This was also sent to me by Chain Terminator Gang. Shout out to you, my dude. Much love to you, fam. Yeah, these are all 4 Rambos, including the one that came out back in 2008. Yeah, this one is pretty dope. I fucking love it, man. My favorite Rambo movie is the first one, First Blood, that came out in 1982. In my opinion, to me, is the best one. It's like because it had like a more of a personal feel to it. You know, you just kind of feel like, you know, like you against like the government, like people that's like, I don't know. I could kind of relate to Rambo in the sense where, like, you know, I'm kind of like my own person. Like, not to say that I'm against authority, because I'm all for, you know, following the rules, whatever, but I don't like people abusing their authority. And then you could kind of sense that in the first one where, like, you know, you got fucking Brian Denny. He played I think his name was Sheriff Teasel, if I'm not mistaken, where, you know, he's just fucking with Rambo because he's a drifter from Vietnam and shit. Because at the time, you gotta understand, back in the day, back in Vietnam, where, you know, you had people like the veterans coming back to Earth. I mean, not to Earth, excuse me, coming back to America, all doped up and shit like that. And then, you know, just from the news and shit like that, watching them calling baby killers and all that shit. So there was every prejudice towards the veterans, and even to this day, because I feel like the Vietnam veterans, to me, are the most overlooked as far as, like, you know, receiving help, you know, because I mean, everybody else helps the World War II veterans, the Korean War veterans, the, you know, the people that went to Iraq and other places. But when it comes to Vietnam, it's just people just don't fuck with them. It's sad, you know, but those people definitely need the help. But yeah, very dope. Glad to own this. Thank you, Chain Terminator Gang. Much appreciated. Then we got Howling 4, released in 1988. Got this at FYE the other day. Yeah, I like this one a lot too. This starts off like, you know, this came out 7 years after Halloween 2. This leaves off after what happened in Part 2 when he got when Michael Myers was burned in the hospital with Dr. Loomis, and you see Dr. Loomis back into the movie. It's actually pretty good, man. I actually like it a lot. It's the first time you see Danielle Harris play as Jamie Lloyd, Michael Myers' niece and shit like that. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Dope score too, by the way. Then we got The Burden. This is the Shock Factory release. I got this off eBay. Yeah, it's a classic movie, man. A lot of people like to compare this to, like, you know, Friday the 13th, Madman. It just had that. It has that Friday the 13th feel to it, and which what I like. You know what I mean? Definitely, you know, your typical backwoods slasher. It's pretty much about a guy named Crosby, I think is his name. Cropsey, excuse me. Cropsey, who was a camp caretaker or whatever, and there was this kid that played a prank that went wrong where who was it? I think they put like a snake on Cropsey's bed or whatever, and he had a lamp, like, but he had those old school lamps where you had to put, like, you have to lit a match into the lamp. And so when he saw that, he got so scared, you know, he accidentally knocked the lamp, and he got himself burnt and shit like that. And then after that, after that, you know, he was trying to seek revenge of the people that burnt them and shit like that. So it's actually pretty dope. The kills is dope. Tom Savini does his thing on the fucking was it Tom Savini? Yeah, I think Tom Savini was in this. Yeah, he does the effects in this movie. But yeah, another Scream Factory release. But yeah, The Burning must have in your collection if you're a fan of 80s slasher films like I am. The Burning released in 1981. Pick it up, and you're gonna see a very young Jason Alexander when he had hair. All my Seinfeld fans, you guys should know what I'm talking about with that. Then we got the first Halloween, the 35th anniversary, released in 1978. Came out last year, like this version. Yeah, I mean Halloween. I mean everybody should know about Halloween, Michael Myers and stuff like that. Classic movie. Yeah, man, I just had to own this, man. I just own it on Blu-ray. So, but yeah, not much to say about this film. Everybody should know about Halloween. Classic. Then we got Jacob's Ladder, released in 1990, featuring Tim Robbins and Elizabeth Pena, fucking beautiful woman right there. This movie is pretty much about a Vietnam veteran who did his tour in Vietnam, and then he's just dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, which I feel like, you know, obviously a lot of veterans face, you know, some veterans face and stuff like that. But the visions that he's getting is just like fucked up and shit like that, and you know, he's starting to question himself, like, you know, is the shit that he's seeing is real? You know, he's just starting to see like crazy shit, and he's like, people around him is looking like people around the main character is looking at him like he's crazy, but to him, he feels like it's real, and it's just like, it's more to it than that. One thing I want to know about this movie, I feel like this movie, every veteran, whether you're any war veteran, should watch this movie, because I kind of feel like it tackles on post-traumatic stress disorder, and this movie definitely tackles that perfectly. And I feel like this movie doesn't get talked about when it comes to like war movies, because people consider this more like a horror movie, which it is, but you know, I would put it under the war movies as well. And I feel like it definitely earns that slot too in the war movie section too. But yeah, very dope movie, underrated. Definitely one of Tim Robbins' best movies in my opinion. If not, is his best movie that he's done. But yeah, very dope. Highly recommended. Very gritty, you know, dope. Last but not least, Friday the 13th, the complete series, released on September 13th, Friday the 13th, 2013. I bought this on that day. I bought this. This was at Best Buy. I bought this at Best Buy. I was gonna show this on Friday the 13th, but I had to actually work that night, and that kind of pissed me off, because that's usually my day off on Friday. But you know, I had to cover for somebody, so you know how that goes. But yeah, got this. Finally got this shit. Glad to own this. Show you guys the slipcover is pretty dope. Has like a tin can, as you can see right here. You open it up. Pretty fucking cool. This is what the cover looks like. Has a 3D glasses. This is from for part 3. Cause you know part 3 is supposed to be like the 3D version. Then you got the you know, like the rubber band to hold the shit. Then you got the Camp Crystal Lake Counselor patch, which is fucking sick. Very dope. Highly recommend. Yeah, this is dope, and it shows you like the instructions how to put it on your shirt. Pretty cool. But I'm just gonna keep this in the cover just to have, you know, as a collector, you know. Then you got the ultraviolet, you know, whatever. Then you got the booklet, you know, pretty sick. You know, sick right here, sick shit right here, pretty dope. And obviously you got where you keep the DVDs. It's like in a book form. Kind of like the same thing with the Alien Anthology series, the DVD collection that came out back in, I believe, it's 2010. Same concept. You open it up, and it's also like the CD slot. Like this is a CD slot for the DVD slot for part 1, and then you got part 2 here, 3. etc. I'm currently watching part 4, which is actually my favorite. That and part 2 are my favorite ones. My opinion, love the Friday 13th series. Very dope. Very influential in my main. Growing up, just watching it, definitely influenced my life. You know, I'm a fan of horror movies, as you guys should know. Part 2 and part 4 are my favorites, like I said. My opinion, to me, the series started kind of going on the downhill. In my opinion, I was saying for part 6, even though I did like part 6 I like the first 8, but then after that, Jason Goes to Hell, then Jason X, it's just whatever. But the reason why I say part 6 was the beginning of the downhill is because you started seeing like more of like a comedic feel to the movie, to the series in a sense. And to me, that's what kind of killed the movie. I understand they try to like put some humor. It just go back to what I said about the Maniac Cop Part 2, where it had like unintentional humor. But with Part 6, you kind of tell it had like the intentional humor. It just didn't work. Just didn't work for me. That's just me though. But yeah, I mean, but Part 6 is pretty dope. I like it. It's kind of slept on in a sense. But I don't know. Part 2 and part 4 are my favorite ones, man. It's just like, it just had like a more creepy feel to it, you know. But yeah, and that's it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.